want to talk about something. I was just in a public space where a man lost his cool. And the scenario is where you go in and sit for an hour. And I got up and walked out of there and slammed the door when I left. And my initial thought was, thank God I'm out of there. My second thought was, man, I wish I hadn't slammed that door. And then I thought about, no, because you know what? Sometimes people like that need to know how much effect they have on other people, right? I'm an intuitive, a sensitive, highly energetically sensitive, hypersensitive. You can put whatever label you want on it. I was filled with that man's rage, and I know that that is why I slammed the door. And then now that I've had some time to process it, I am in recovery. I just hit 3 years and 10 months. So I've picked up a lot of tools through therapy and meetings and step work and meditation and all of the things to be able to process. So ultimately, the question I asked myself was, why did I behave the way I did? Why did I leave early? Why did I slam the door? Why did I feel the need to get up and leave? And the answer is because I grew up in a household that sounded like that, and I never had the option to get up and leave. And there's something liberating about that. I love that I have a clear head and I'm able to sit back and reflect on my behavior. This is how I've gotten healthier in recovery, is I look at scenarios, especially the most uncomfortable ones, after the fact. And have you ever said to somebody, man, I always think of the best thing to say after the fact? Well, yeah, me too. So a tool I like to use is after a scenario happens where I behave in a way that something in my psyche goes, I'm not really happy about the way I handled that. I like to look at, okay, why did I handle it that way? And here's the key. How will I handle it in the future? Next time somebody loses their cool in a public space like that, how am I going to handle it? Am I going to get up and leave? Likely, because I have the choice today to choose the type of energy I surround myself with. And I will no longer entertain people who bring that kind of energy and that kind of fear, right? There was another person who got up and left. You bring that kind of energy into a room, I choose not to be there, right? I have a choice to be around high vibrational people and things, which is why I'm at a park right now, because nature is always on my vibe. So, yeah, I'm not sure how much I actually covered there that I was intending on, but a couple of key points is know how much your energy affects other people in rooms. You never know where somebody's coming from. Again, I grew up in a household where men were standing up, screaming, yelling, F this, F you, I don't effing care. And as women too, we have that also, right? But men, I need you guys to understand how much you affect the energy in the room. And because, yes, we're sensitive, how much it affects us. Just try to be more self-aware, people, please. Please, there are energetically sensitive people in the world, and it's really hard to be around you when you've set out on a mission to make other people's lives difficult. I think another reason this is on my mind is because just prior to that situation, I had come from an admissions office where there was a man in there who I genuinely wanted to ask him, sir, did you set out on a mission today to take people emotionally hostage? Because that's what you're doing right now. He came in there with just walls up, such attitude towards these young folks that were in there working. And I was sitting there trying to do something on a computer, and I got up and left. I asked the young lady if she could save my progress so I could come back when that gentleman left. Because again, I refuse to subject myself to this type of energy anymore. I'm in my 40s. I grew up around and then placed myself in very chaotic environments because I operate there well. It's a comfort zone, right? But is it really comfortable? No. Look at me. No, absolutely. It's freaking not. But it's familiarity, right? That's another trap that we fall into, comfort and familiarity. The fear of the unknown, expecting the unexpected. That is scary to a lot of people, right? So we stick with what we know. And, all right, I don't want to get off on too many tangents in this video, but, Let's see, any other key points here? Yes, if you behave in a way that you're not proud of yourself, look back at it like a detective, okay? Pick it apart. Why did I do that? Who made me do that? What, who may they have represented in a past time when I felt like that, out of control, fearful? Let's see, I don't know. Those will cover it for now. Yeah, that has become one of my favorite tools, is going back over a scenario. If I'm in a conversation with somebody and they have said something to me that, rubbed me the wrong way. For instance, I don't want to say strange men, but strangers, right? Random men, say here at the park, they walk up to me in the parking lot, and, I have people-pleasing tendencies. So a lot of times I am more nice than I wish I were. And I often end up leaving the conversation just with this icky feeling because their energy is icky, right? And so after something like that happens, I tell myself, okay, next time I'm approached like that, what am I going to say? For instance, somebody decides to just randomly tell me what a big crush they have on me because they've seen me at the park twice. Always got to shoot your shot, don't you? Anyway, I shouldn't have said that. I don't even remember where I was going with that. See, even the smartest of us. No, I'm human. I've got some great ideas. They flutter off like butterflies sometimes. And I've had plenty of terrible ideas, believe me. Like I said, I am 3 years and 10 months sober and clean and healed and on this journey and healing. And wow, it's a roller coaster. But if you're on this journey with me, you're thinking about taking this journey, you keep stumbling on this journey, find something to stick with it. You know what mine's been? Spite. I was born a rebel. I've always been a rebel. I was usually a rebel without a cause. Now I have a cause, and that is to do better, be better, get better. And by better, I mean in a health-wise, not more money, more bigger things. I live in my car. It's about being a better version of me. I wake up every day and get to decide to do better than I did yesterday. And that is where that tool comes in, is how did I handle myself previously? And then how do I get to handle myself in the future? And you talk about being liberated, getting that choice. And that's what freeing my mind of chemicals did. It freed up my mind to make choices, right? Instead of just constantly going for what was making me sicker, I have a choice today to actually choose what brings healthy and loving things and high vibrational things into my energy, because I have to feel it anyway. So it's nice to have a choice of what I keep around, right? I can't control what comes around my energy, but I can control what I keep around. And that is why I'm here processing everything that happened today that had me feeling off kilter. And I'm going to go walk at the park. And I don't know, hopefully I said something that helps somebody. I know it's time to start sharing my stories. So here's attempt number one, legitimate attempt at number one. I've made a few videos previously, but I don't know, hopefully I've given somebody some hope, let somebody know they're not alone, and keep up the good fight, because now we're rebels for good, right? I love you guys.